Hello, once again guys. We're going to dive into the assignment number 1 details, and I trust that after this you'll have a far much more clear understanding that you can be able to get your distinction. So yeah, what I can start by is that remember that you are a song that is written by the hand of God, so you are very much intelligent. You just have to know how to unveil the natural intelligence inside you. God has already wired it inside you that you are intelligent. Just ensure that you get to know how to wire out the intelligence that is inside you. This is where we're gonna get started right here. All right, we're gonna dive into assignment number 1. To just give you a brief history, this is our performance for the previous years. We just managed to put in up to 5 years, but we have actually produced almost 100% pass rate in most of the sections and all that, with quite a lot of distinctions. To just give you perhaps 2021, in our class, we had 100% pass rate in our class. We had about 90% distinctions. This is on the class section. And then on VIP, we had 99 pass. And we had 90% distinctions on a VIP package. So you can check everything going backwards. But to just get started, this is what I had to present. Also, we have some kind of evidence where we have one of our top students got a year mark of 96.1%. This is the marks that they got from all the assignments that were there. There were 10 assignments, actually 9 assignments and 1 portfolio. This is the previous ones. So yeah, this is what we do and we continue doing. So I just brought this so that at least you may be able to see that indeed these classes are indeed very much beneficial, so that at least you may decide and do your work. We train you to do your work, and when you go and do your work, you are the one that gets the results and you present the results to us. We then take it from there. All right, I would like to also encourage you to subscribe to the channel so that at least you may be able to continue getting more materials on EUP till you're done and you get a distinction. We also offer quite a couple of other modules besides EUP. Now, the other thing as well that I can share with you, if you write a positive review on google.com or on Hello Peter about Noble Tutors, then send a screenshot and evidence, think to the number that was actually issued before, which will be shared most probably towards the end of the tutorial. I believe that you'll be able to get free services that according to what has been presented to you. As actually the number is 2767-626-9595. All right. Nevertheless, let's continue straight away to dive into what is important for you. So yeah, send the screenshot and then you'll get one of the next assignment videos free of charge, according to what has been presented to us. All right, ethical considerations. Now, you are asked a question on assignment number 1. From what you have learned in Ready Book, which is the 2011 e-book, lesson 1 and other sources, discuss the following terms, each in one paragraph of not more than 50 words. You are then supposed to ensure that you explain ethics and its importance. Copyright, you're supposed to also explain intellectual property, IP, and its importance. You're also supposed to explain plagiarism. Now, this was a request that we made previous years to assist UNISA with some of the challenges that we were having, to say how can we ensure that we bring ethical consideration. So we asked that they bring this assignment to this was the last assignment, so we brought it to the first assignment so that at least we can give you an overview of what needs to be done so that we can all think alike. So this is what we're going to be dealing with, but don't worry, you understand the easiest things that this brings along. Right, so let's go to the next one. So yeah, we are also supposed to get to the second question, which is copyrights, IPR in ICT, mobile applications and technologies. Now, we are also told, imagine the use of mobile applications in teaching and learning in an ODEL. So it's also good to know what is an ODL environment, where students write exams on their mobile devices. In this instance, it is possible that students may install unwanted unlawful software to copy and paste answers, or they can reproduce previous assignments or exam answers from their file directories. These kinds of problems are highly possible since students write exams at their own space and there is no invigilator. Now, we are reading what you have already been given, so we're going to dive into how do we break such complicated jargons and words into components to ensure that we achieve the maximum results that are required. Now, we are then told in the question, When a student copies and pastes answers without referencing the sources, what is this kind of action called? Is it ethical? Please elaborate. So you need to know how to elaborate. According to the university policies, what consequences are you likely to face if you are found guilty of the action in question 2? You also answer the B as well. Then you reply and comment to the post-med. So this is a question that was presented under the ethical consideration. Now, it's easier for me to speak and say things that I've spoken, but it has to now be crippled and to be brought into minute components, atoms, which you can be able to digest on your own so that you can be able to answer what is required. So first is to understand what exactly are they asking in these languages and these complicated things. So we're going to give a quick example of how to break down, and then we take it from there. Now, I already indicated how to get started. You split the question into segments, which we call small portions you understand, not the ones I understand, the ones that you understand because of you're the one that is required to answer this question. So you need to do this so that you can understand what is precisely being asked, so that you don't jump to answer things that are not what are being asked. You also need to highlight and indicate the terms that you don't understand. For example, if you hear some jargons, you'll be like, I don't even know this word. I've never heard about that. You go straight away to Google search. You say, what does this word mean? You then get to understand what that word means. You bring it down to understanding the whole concept of the question. So yeah, I think with that, let's quickly go into the dummy example, where we are going to ensure that we jump in. We will look into everything else later on. All right, so here we are told that you need to write your full name. So your full name is me and us. Well, you know your name, you put your full name, be it Marakala, Sijabana, or maybe you are Meneer van Tonder. You actually put there that I am Meneer van Tonder. You put your student number. I put my student number there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's my student number. And I'm also in the group T56. And my teaching assistant is the thems. Now, I put my teaching assistant. I believe you already know where to find your teaching assistant. Then you put your assignment number 1. Now, the discussion reading in the ready, there's a 6 to 8 pages article, which you just need to read about 6 pages. That article equips you more in correctly answering the questions that has been posed. So you need to ensure that you value that article because it will help you to ensure that you aim towards getting 100%. Now, we are breaking the question. We have already put ethics and its importance. The first segment, when I put this block for you, this is a simple explanation to say, when they say discuss in 50 words or less, not more than 50 words. So in other words, you don't have to go to your 55, 57 words, 60 words. Try to keep it around about 50. Maybe you can make them 45. Maybe you can probably just, since they said not more than 50 words, let's just be cool and be disciplined to keep them to 50 words. So you're going to answer 50 words in this. You also have a words counter. You can see right at the bottom here, when I'm using Microsoft Word, it tells me that I have 292 words. So it is able to count for me how many words I am already having. So here, you are being required to discuss the meaning of ethics and its importance. This is where that article comes in, this article above, because they explain about what is ethics and the importance of ethics. By now, we believe that you all guys, UNISA found you fit to study at UNISA. So they believe you should be able to answer this question. So this is the basic of breaking down. We also break down component B, copyright. We also discuss in words which are 50 or less, but not more than 50 words. Remember that. Aim for always exceptional and groundbreaking presentation, so that at least your marker may see that you did indeed go an extra mile. Also, you're supposed to discuss intellectual property, IP, which is the importance as well, and its importance of the IP. Now, we'll dive in our next video on what are these things. As much as you'll have researched on your own, but I want to ensure that I dive in to show you precisely one by one examples of these things. But here I'm quickly giving you assignment number 1 as we are diving in the importance and everything else and how to break down the question. So plagiarism, you need to also discuss what is plagiarism. Google this plagiarism. You'll be able to get a quick answer and all that, but make sure that you read the article because we are answering this question based on the article. So we are on the D already. When we are done with that, remember that you are also being asked, when a student copies and pastes answers without referencing, you need to understand what is referencing in academics. You need to also understand what do they mean by the sources. They also want to know what is this action called. So they also need you to answer them. Is it ethical? So you need to actually answer what it is called, and you also need to present after you've read the article. Is it ethical? Ethical. Then you also need to elaborate why you say it is ethical or why you say it is not ethical. So you're going to have to answer that. Now, you're also told that you need to answer this in 50 words as well. Probe and apply your creativity. In other words, try to ensure that you show that you are writing, not to just copy on UNISA. Make it to be a story that comes from within you. And you explain so that we can be able to tell that it's Meneer van Tonter who's answering, Meneer van Vuren, there is Bonda who are answering, Bomo Vendara, there is Bo Skosana, there is Bo Zungu, there is all people coming from different aspects. In other words, we should be able to answer this and master and execute it in a very delicate way. All right. Okay. Let's quickly dive in straight away to the next one. According to the university policy, what consequences are you likely to face if you're found guilty of action in 2A? I already showed you where there are those policies. When you click on the first thing that I shared with you, which is accepting the terms and conditions and the declaration, there's the policies which is right there. So when you read it, it needs to quickly let you know what is going on. So you need to understand what are the university's policy. What does UNISA say about this? So UNISA already gave you the policy on the declaration. So when you click on the declaration, you must have seen the policies that are written right there. They are always there. You can even Google them. They are always there. You need to know the policy. It's a one-page document pertaining to this, which will give you even more reasons why you should get your 90%. Now, according to that, we need to answer what are the consequences you likely to face, not according to you, according to the university. What are the consequences that you are likely to face should you be found guilty of action in question 2A? Now, 2A, this is issues of you pasting or submitting answers and you have not referenced. So you need to know what that encompasses. Now, you need to answer and explain your question in less than 50 words as well. Apply your creativity. Remember, this is not asking you for your own feelings or suggestions, but according to the policy and the policies set by the university. Remember to prove them that you know the policies and where to find them. With that, we're going to jump into the part C. Part C now remembers that first you submit your assignment that you have completed above. Then you're also not supposed to attach the file, but you need to copy what you have typed. For example, you can do Control A to everything that you'll have typed in this assignment. Then you go and paste it. Then after that, you'll be able to see other people that will have posted. Then you need to comment to 3 other posts. That's going to be the part C. So part C, I believe that you will have already known how to go about. We're going to dive in our next video, drilling deeper into what exactly the assignment number 1 is actually supposed to be done. Thank you.